So, to anyone listening today, you are not behind, you are not failing, you are not too old, you are not too late. You are simply in the middle of your growth curve. And as long as you are showing up, and as long as you are building consistently, you are winning.
Welcome to the Resistance.
Hey Xers, and welcome back to Gen X Resistance. I am your host, Paul Stevens, your guide, your captain, your Sherpa, helping you navigate this crazy life one story at a time. And buckle up. This week's episode, it has layers, drama, comedy, and medical bills. And it also has some real talk about YouTube, numbers, comparison, and why Gen X is built a little differently. All right, so let's start at the top. Saturday was great. And actually, Saturday was more than great. I had the honor of officiating a wedding for Nikki and Dylan. It was a beautiful ceremony, an incredible couple, the kind of day that reminds you of how powerful new beginnings can be. So a shout out to both of you as you start this new adventure of life together. But that was Saturday, the calm before the storm. Sunday evening rolls around, and I head to the church Christmas bowling party. Sounds innocent enough. Nothing dangerous, no heavy lifting, just fellowship, bowling, and pizza. But apparently, my calf had other plans. So I line up. I take my approach. I'm ready to roll the ball down the smooth lane just like my ancestors intended. And then out of nowhere, snap. It felt like someone sniped me from the rafters. Sharp pain and zero doubt that this was not a cramp. This was my body saying, look, man, I don't really want to do this today. So I hobbled back, told my brother, I said, dude, I think I just blew out my calf. And in true Gen X brotherly fashion, no sympathy, no concern, no hesitation, he said, well, at least you picked up the spare. Maybe I should tell everyone I heard it rescuing children from a burning building instead of the sad reality that I'm, just getting old. So we do what any grown adults do. We gingerly walk to the truck, climb in like I'm 97, go home, pick up my wife, and we head straight to the ER. 2 hours later, the preliminary verdict, torn calf. I have an ortho appointment on Wednesday to see what the full damage is. And I realized something. You officially know that you're getting older when bowling at a church event requires medical clearance. But here's where this connects to the real theme of today's episode. Injury humbles you. Pain humbles you. And nothing humbles you faster than being reminded that you're not 25 anymore. It slows you down. It gives you clarity. Forces you to evaluate your pace. Which is exactly the same lessons that I've been learning with YouTube. Now, I've had some people ask me, how are YouTube numbers? How fast is your channel growing? Well, let me break it down to you without all the Instagram filters. Now, I've only been on YouTube since September 1st, I think. I uploaded my early episodes straight from Buzzsprout with nothing more than just a static image. No editing, no effects, no shocked YouTuber face thumbnails. I mean, seriously, why does every creator look like they just walked in on a raccoon doing their taxes? So here's where my channel actually stands. Roughly about 25 videos uploaded. I've got 1,071 views. Average views per video, about 42. Take the average. My best performing videos, 300. I have 41 subscribers gained, and I am very proud of that number, especially when you start with 0. 41.6 hours of watch time. I mean, not bad for a guy who's juggling a full-time job, a family, a podcast, weddings, and apparently a crumbling lower leg. And this is where all this ties in. In life and on YouTube, good, consistent growth is all that matters. Not viral spikes, not overnight fame, not comparing your race to somebody else's sprint, just steady, real, brick by brick progress. The same way your body heals, the same way your marriage grows, the same way Gen X has built everything that we've ever had. slow, steady, and real. Today, comparison is a circus. Every app makes you look at what everyone else has, does, earns, or pretends to be. We were trained different. We didn't have those kind of metrics. We didn't have those kind of likes. We didn't have that dopamine counter. We had a camera that ruined everybody's school photograph. Parents yelling at us from across the yard. Hobbies that no one really cared about unless they involved a bike ramp and possible concussion. Comparison wasn't a sport. And honestly, I think that's what Gen X's superpower is. We know how to focus on ourselves without obsessing over everyone else. But you know what? Even we get caught in that trap sometimes. Like, why is their channel bigger? Why did they grow faster? Why do they look shocked in every thumbnail? Look, I have one face. Resting disappointed dad face. That's it. And the answer is simple. Because you're looking at their highlight reel and you're comparing it to your behind the scenes. All right, let me say this clearly. Real growth is slow. Lasting growth is slow. Meaningful growth is always slow. This applies to YouTube, your career, your marriage, healing a torn calf, really building anything worth a damn. You don't have to go viral. You just have to get better. Every episode, every upload, every rep, you improve. And Gen X, we've been improving through this chaos our whole lives. We were DIY before DIY existed. We didn't learn from tutorials. We learned from failure. And maybe some older siblings yelling, hey, don't touch that, it's hot, about 2 seconds too late. Consistency is our secret weapon. Because at the end of the day, consistent growth beats explosive hype every single time. See, your worth isn't measured by views, not by likes, watch time, or subscribers. Those are just metrics. Your real value is in the work you put in, the message you give, your consistency, and your authenticity. Viral creators fade. Real voices last. Look, we've probably lived through more one-hit wonders than any generation in history, and we know how that story ends. So this whole week has taught me something. Life will knock you down, but it's what you do after you fall that counts. YouTube is the same. Growth is the same. Every meaningful thing in life is the same. Steady progress, consistent effort, small wins that stack up over time. See, the world will tell you to compete, but life tells you to learn. Your body tells you to stretch, and your brother tells you, well, at least you picked up the spare. So, to anyone listening today, you are not behind, you are not failing, you are not too old, you are not too late. You are simply in the middle of your growth curve. And as long as you are showing up, and as long as you are building consistently, you are winning. Because consistency beats comparison every time. We are Gen X, and we are built for the long game. All right, thanks for hanging out with me today, Xers. You can find me on all podcast platforms, YouTube. Email me at any time at genxresistance@gmail.com. If you enjoyed this episode, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment. Do all the things the almighty algorithm demands. And remember, don't measure your worth by numbers. Measure it by consistency, courage, and character. Everything else will follow. All right, I'm Paul Stevens. This has been Gen X Resistance, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Hopefully without a walking boot. All right, stay rad, my friends.